Hello, everybody. I'm Don Counts. Welcome to Fayetteville Public Utilities, and we have our CEO, General Manager, for our monthly update as we find out what's going on around Fayetteville Public Utilities. Britt, how you doing?
Good.
Got a lot going on. The heat is on today. The day we're recording this is probably going to be one of the hotter days of the year. How is the electric system holding up?
Well, so far, so good. You know, we've been doing everything we can to be sure that we meet the demand, and we're checking stations as normal, and everything seems to be operating as usual.
Very good. Well, we see peaks when it's extremely cold, and we see peaks when it's extremely hot, like now. So neither one are good, but we have to keep an eye on it, and I know that's what y'all do.
Yeah, the demand is increasing more and more each year, and they're talking about the way that the climate's changing for this year. You know, it's abnormally hot right now for the month of June, so they expect it to get worse in the month of July all the way through September. We all know it gets hotter as the months go on, and but we're expecting it to get hot, and we're going to do everything we can to maintain the grid.
Absolutely. All right, first up, we want to talk about effective July 1st, 2024, water rates will increase 6% and the wastewater rates will increase 2%. Now, when it comes to water, with the new plant that was built in your time here and the membrane filters, just keeping the water clean and fresh takes a lot of money and upkeep, and that system was kind of behind when you took it over.
Well, that's correct. And right now, the funds that we hope to be getting here in the next couple of 3 months when we go out for bids, be a lot of water infrastructure replaced on this big job, because it's anywhere from 2 to 3 years time frame of getting everything completed. And, you know, we're going to be increasing the pipe size and all those areas that we're going to be doing that, which it will increase fire flow as well. So all of our improvements, you know, you have to have the rate increases to pay for that, because we've been so far behind for many, many years. And but we just got to get it better, and we're going to continue to get it better as long as the water and the wastewater. So our next big projects will probably be on the wastewater side. So, you know, it's something to do every day, but, you know, chemical prices increased as well. You know, when COVID hit, everything went up, and you get less, but you have to pay more.
As we pull water from the Elk River and clean it up, then when we get through with it with the wastewater, we have to make it as good as we got it, or better, actually. And the wastewater side is an old plant, but does a really good job and very environmentally friendly.
That's right. You have to meet all the EPA regulations and TDEC regulations, you know, on the wastewater side as well as the water side, and it's getting more strict as people keep putting things into the water. We got to be sure it's all filtered out, and when we go back out to the river, we got to be sure that everything's good and needs to be where it is.
Yeah, and one thing, as you have to have, I guess they're called grade 4 operators on both sides of the water and the wastewater. That's a pretty tough thing to pass.
It is. All the certifications are a lot more strict these days, and you know, it's almost like you have to have a chemist degree to even get in there to pass the test. But you know, we got some good folks, and they're passing their test and moving right along.
We're doing very well in that area. If you want to see what our water quality looks like, our water quality report is out. We do everything we can to, as Britt says, deliver high quality drinking water. You can find that on our website. It's also around the 2023 rates. What we've done last year are available. I mean, you can view it on FPU's website, or you can stop by the office here for a paper copy as well. We talked about a little bit about the heat and humidity right now. You are keeping everything good there, but people can do some things to conserve. They can go to energyright.com to help themselves out a little bit, maybe turn those thermostats up a little bit. Sometimes we hear the number 78 where you need to keep it on, but I'd smother to death at 78.
I would too. But sometimes you got to do, you know, to conserve energy. That's what it takes.
Yep, that's right. That's right. There's some things with this kind of temperatures, as we talked about, with the high peaks and on both ends. We have high bills, and people struggle with that. But there's some things you can do to help out, like budget billing.
Oh, absolutely. You know, all you have to do is call in and get with the CSR, and they'll tell you all the steps you have to go through to get, you know, that billing process for that helps out a lot of the folks, and at least have an average about what you have to pay every month.
That's right. Some people also are maybe on vacation this time of year, or maybe move up north or whatever to get out of the heat. But bank draft is a good way to pay your bill, where you don't have to really worry about getting your and people can do that. We talked to the senior center about budget billing and bank draft and some of those folks to let them know some easier ways to manage your bill and also pay it.
Yeah, we have several programs out there that, if a customer gets interested in, just give us a call and go to our website, and it explains each step, and we'll be glad to talk to you about it.
We have, I guess the state has electrical inspector, and for people putting in pools or hot tubs, you want to make sure that's inspected, and people get their permits here. Is that correct, how that works?
Right now, we do sell the permits for the state, and be sure you buy all your permits, because we have people, after you do so much and then you don't get another permit for an inspection, and then we have problems, if we have to cut you back off until you get everything inspected before we hook you back up.
I got you. All right. So you can come by the engineering department here at Fayetteville Public Utilities and take care of that. Well, we had a big June 12th, FPU had a ribbon cutting, officially opening 2 EV electric vehicle fast chargers. It's at 110 College Street West, and we had a lot of dignitaries here that day. This is something I think the governor's trying to get those every 50 miles or something like that.
That's correct, and we should be on the map now. I believe if you go look at where the EV charging stations are, they'll see our charging station on there. So if people are traveling through, they ought to be able to see it.
Yep, that's a collaborative effort from Fayetteville Public Utilities, TVA, TDEC, as well as 7 States Power Corporation. They are, forget what the name, Charge Point Chargers up there. So it's at 110 College Street West. Customer Appreciation Days, we finished up those. That was a successful thing, something you wanted to do, to get out to meet the customer and let them know that we care about them, give the customer an opportunity to talk to us. And they worked out pretty well.
It did, and we had some customers that their comments will be, we didn't know you did that, and that's why we're doing that, is to get out into the public and have conversations with the customers that we have, and try to give you any information that you may need.
Yeah, we went to Malina, Flintville, Park City, Blanche, Petersburg, and Fayetteville. We ended up there, and we appreciate everybody stopping by and getting a hot dog, and riding the bucket trucks was a hit as well. So that's been very good. We're proud that went well. Proud we got to see a lot of our customers too. AMP Camp. Let's tell everybody about AMP Camp. Sounds like it would be an electrical thing. I guess it is.
Well, it is, but it covers all utilities.
Oh, okay.
So the students get to come in and have a little bit of experience on the electric side, gas side, water side, and they learn a little bit, pick up on several different things of what all we do. Always
looking for new employees for the future, and these are the guys we're looking for. This was hosted by TCAT Pulaski, and this is the second year in a row, and we had 10 high school students that spent the day here, and it was a good day, and appreciate having the opportunity to do that. Our girls just got back from Washington Youth Tour for a week-long trip, and young leaders across the state were there. FPU's delegates were Brooklyn Billings from RCA, Annalise Collins from Lee County High School, Erica Cox from Fayetteville High School, and the trip took place June 14th through the 20th, and so that was a good program that we've been doing as long as I've been here, Britt. I'm probably
been going on a long time.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity for the students.
Yes, it is. Our Student Utility Board, you started in 2010, and here we are coming up on 14 years later, and it's been a successful program. Tell everybody what the Student Utility Board is here.
Student Utility Board is set up like our normal board of directors that we have with 7 students, and we go through the same process of day-to-day activities, and they get to go to each department and have a little bit of hands-on experience about what they're learning. And it's been a good recruiting tool for us, because we got a few now that work for us that went through the Student Utility Board.
Yeah, that's very good. We have one in our department now, Riley Campbell, and you've got Jakia back there, and we still got some more, and we got quite a few interns going on this summer. Let me tell you about our this year, Lincoln County High School, we're having Kason Martinez, Avery Cross, and Briar Quarter. Did I say that right? Briar? Okay, make sure I said that right. Fayetteville High School, Daniel Driver, Erica Cox, who just went to Washington Youth Tour, and Lily Smith. Then from RCA, we had Jack Baker. So we're having Jack Baker. We're looking forward to meeting these. Even though it's summertime, as you know, it'll be here before you know it. I guess our first meeting's in August. Is that correct? So here we are walking into June. So I'm in July. I finish in June. So it'll be here before you know it. So always constant rolling with that.
That's right.
All right. Well, as we get ready to close down, we got 4th of July. We will be closed on 4th of July, but really we're never really closed. You have people on call, and we have dispatchers. You may talk about that.
Yeah, we have dispatchers 24/7, and we have a supervisor on call as well with a two-man crew that's on standby. So, you know, if there's any kind of problems, whether it be any utility, we have people on call to respond.
That's right. To report an outage and call, somebody will answer. But if it's a big outage and they can't get to it because there's one person answering the phone, you can use the Smart Hub app. It works really well. Dispatchers are available 24 hours a day, even on holidays. So I want everybody to have a safe 4th of July. Stay safe with the fireworks, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of them out there.
Yeah, and it's really dry.
It's really
so really be careful with the fireworks, and it's everybody does it. I like doing it myself sometimes, but it's really dry.
It is very dry, and I don't think we've had any measurable rain in a couple of weeks. So we want to wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July. Anything you want to say before we leave?
Well, I'd like to update just a little bit on the sidewalks on the south side of the square. We've been working this week, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning, to try to get those customers where they're not out of water during any of the business hours. And had a little problem this morning because we found a bunch of concrete up under the pavement, so it took us a little bit more time. But, we'll be through tomorrow. I hope on that end it's like all the way up about almost half of the square of where the contractors are working. So we're trying to work with them and getting this accomplished where they're not experiencing any kind of water outage from FPU during the normal work hours. Then when we move on the lower half toward Main Street, we'll probably be doing the same kind of work, same kind of time over there on that end as well, where we don't want to put any kind of burden on the customer.
One thing about it is it's been discussed for quite some time, but ripping up the sidewalks is just like open heart surgery. It's a very delicate, a lot of infrastructure under there. And as we continue with the square, there's even going to be more of that, especially when you get over on the north side.
It is, and you don't know what you're going to be experiencing. It's really, really old, and nobody knows exactly what's under the sidewalks and parts of the street, actually. So, you just run into things sometimes that you don't believe that could be there, but it's there, and that's what we expect, and that's the reason that we're starting at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, hopefully the next time they have to redo the sidewalks, which will be well after our time, I hope, but hopefully we'll have some drawings of what all's in there. The thing is, back in the day when it was built, they probably didn't document it as well as we do today.
I say that that's the case, because if it is the case, we haven't seen any.
That's for sure. And anyway, we want to hope that customers will be patient and everybody be careful. We actually got to see them. I don't know if it's fully completed there in front of Norman's Furniture. That's not completed yet, or is it close?
I don't think they're totally completed on that project, and
but they've already started the south side.
They've started the south side, and maybe it'll go a little bit faster than the south main side.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate it. Anything else?
Just be careful. It's going to be hot. Be sure you get plenty of fluids.
That's true, because you can get too hot too quick and get in trouble quick, as you know. And I'm sure you're talking to the guys about that outside working. I know we're blessed to be inside, but you've got a lot of people out there working, and I'm sure you're doing everything you can to keep them hydrated. Right.
A lot of our time right now is that mostly the outside crews is going from 7 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay. And, if it starts getting a heat index of 105 to 107, I'll change those hours again or bring them in earlier because I don't want to take a chance of nobody having a heat stroke or passing out or something like that. Because what they do, you're in long sleeve shirts or T-shirts or flame retardant clothing, and it's really hot, especially when you go to having to wear the PPE the way it's supposed to be worn, and it really makes it very hot for you.
All right. We appreciate it. Anything else?
Everybody have a good 4th of July.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. We've had our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye here with us today, talking about what all is going on here at Fayetteville Public Utilities. We'll see you back in here next month for another CEO update.